Hi, Joe Buzzello here with CAP Coaching. This is a CAP Coaching series called CAP Coaching Coffee Breaks. This is designed to be watched or listened to in the time it would take you to have a cup of coffee. You could be in your car driving, on the way to an appointment, on the way home. You could be sitting in a Starbucks. Our topic tonight is the 4 types of coaching and why you need to seek out all 4 of them. So let me tell you what the problem is with coaching. I haven't met anyone who's said they're not open to coaching or they don't want coaching, but yet I've seen hundreds, maybe thousands of people in classrooms where we've hired the best sales trainers. They've gone out in the field with them, they've pretended to pay attention, they've even taken notes, but they've applied nothing. So the first challenge I'm going to throw out tonight is if you're not 100% open to coaching, well, you're not going to make it in sales, but you probably ought to just click off this video. Assuming that you didn't click off the video, you're still listening, you're still watching, you're still with us, then let's cover those 4 types of coaching, the kind of coaching you need to seek out. So number 1 is hierarchical coaching, your upline. If you're in network marketing or commission sales or even corporate sales, there's someone in your upline that gets paid, someone in your hierarchy that has a vested interest in teaching you, in training you. So you have to seek that person out. Now, sometimes that won't be the person who is your direct report. Sometimes they actually suck at training. But my advice to you, I'm imploring you to go beyond that. If your direct report is not great at training, then go to his or her direct report. Find someone in your upline that can mentor you. So hierarchical training is a big piece and the most logical first step in coaching and mentorship. So bottom line, find someone in your hierarchy. If it's not your direct report, it's their direct report, especially in commission sales, because remember, they're probably on an override and they don't make a dime until you make $1. So find your hierarchical coach. So number 2, the second type of coaching that we suggest you seek out is peer-to-peer coaching. So those are people in your organization that you look up to, people that you've identified that you want to emulate, you want to model. The first warning I'll give you is that you should only select the best. You should select very positive peers. In fact, great salespeople always hang out with the most positive and productive people in the organization. So find that person and model yourself after them. Ask for their time. Ask for their time in a very respectful way. The second warning is don't waste their time, because top producers don't suffer fools very well at all. So find the right mentors, the peer-to-peer mentors, and ask them for their time in a very respectful manner. Ask them if you can buy them a lunch or a cup of coffee. Show them great respect. Now, you'll ask, why peer-to-peer? What will I get from a peer that I won't get from my hierarchy? Well, there's a couple things. First of all, you'll get a different perspective. These peers may have been at different companies or organizations within your industry. They may carry a different perspective than your upline coach or mentor will carry. The second thing they're going to do for you is they're going to give you an unfiltered look at your industry, your company, or your organization. Let's think about it. They have no agenda. They have no vested interest in you. They tend to be very honest in their assessment of the organization, your company, your industry, what's being trained, what's being taught. You'll get a different perspective. You'll get an unfiltered perspective, but again, don't waste their time. And I've had some great peer mentors. I still have peer mentors and coaches today. So number 1, hierarchical mentors. Number 2, peer-to-peer mentors or coaches. Now, number 3 is about external coaching. External coaches, professional sales coaches. In fact, that's something that the CAP equation does. We have external coaching programs that you can access. So let's talk a little bit about that. All top performers have a coach. You can't find an entertainer, a top athlete, a top business person that isn't using a coach. In fact, I can be honest with you and share with you that I'm subscribing currently to 2 coaching programs, and I do pretty well. I've done pretty well professionally. I've done pretty well personally. So why do I have a coach? Well, a couple reasons. First of all, I actually think I can do better than what I'm doing now. I want to work smarter, not harder, and I'm going to be honest, I want to make more money doing what I'm doing. So I engage in coaching programs and also with peers to help me do that. You know, it's probably the best investment you'll ever make in yourself. It's probably one of the greatest investments you'll ever make. The way I figure it, any money that I put into external programs or coaching programs, I wind up getting back fivefold and tenfold. There's a couple things that a great coach or coaching program will do for you. Number one, it'll hold your feet to the fire. It gives you a point of accountability. You need accountability, I need accountability, we all do. So there's some other reasons that external coaching programs work, and there's some other reasons I'm involved in external coaching programs. First of all, you need someone to help you identify the practices that you need to start doing. You also need someone to help you identify the practices you need to, or the things you need to stop doing. And then also there's some practices that you're probably muddling through that you need to sharpen up and just get better at. So in all these areas of competency, attitude, pipeline practices, all those need to be looked at, fine-tuned, and overhauled. Also, a great coaching program and a great coach will help you clarify your purpose and your vision. We talk a lot about a driving purpose and how important that is, and also the distant vision, what you wish to build and what you wish to become. So helping you identify a purpose and a distant vision is another big reason external and professional coaching programs are worth their weight in gold. Also, a great coaching program, a solid coaching program, will help you identify and remove the things that are blocking you. And they could be subconscious. Sometimes you don't even realize you're doing or feeling some of these things, but being able to identify and remove things that are blocking you from that, quite frankly, that higher income level, which is, you know, one of the results of selling successfully, that higher income strata. So being able to remove, identify and remove the things that are blocking you is really critical. We're going to move on now to the fourth and final area of coaching. It's also an external area. I like to call it, many of us call it, your life's board of directors. So this is a big one, and to create your life's board of directors is going to take some time. So one of the things I'll tell you before I even tell you what a life's board of directors does for you is I'll tell you to start right now. As soon as you're done listening to this or watching this video, start thinking about collecting some people. I want you to collect about 4 to 6 mentors, external mentors. Now, these are people that might not be in sales or marketing, might not be in sales leadership or management. They may have no knowledge of your industry, your company, your organization, and that's fine. But these are people that are usually older, hopefully wiser, but make sure they have a couple things in common. Make sure they have more fruit on the tree than you do. Make sure that they have had more success in life in the areas that you aspire to. Make sure also that they can be truthful with you, because what you're going to use the life's board of directors for is not the little things, not the competencies, attitudes, pipeline practices. You're going to use them to help you make big decisions in life. The way I use my board of directors, and it's changed over the years, but I still have about 4 to 6 people that I could call at any time and run by them scenarios that are changing in my life and my career to get their input, to help them, to use them to help me and guide me through these big life and career or sea changes that we all have. So that's your life's board of directors. It's a big one. It's the fourth one. It's also external. So that's critical. So I want you to have, in summary, I want you to have coaches. I want you to have mentorship in all 4 of these areas. So we have 2 internal areas within your organization, your company. I want you to have your 2 internal coaching sources. One is your upline and the other is peer-to-peer. Then externally, I want you to seek out great coaching programs and your life's board of directors. But by the way, allow me to bust a myth for you right now. The only reason that a lot of people haven't subscribed to a great coaching program is because of the cost. They perceive the cost to be very, very high. And in fact, some of these coaching programs that I've seen in the market could be $6,000 to $10,000, even $12,000. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. However, I kind of get it. I get that some of those programs may not be affordable for people. But great coaching programs don't have to cost that much. They don't have to cost more than you have budgeted or can easily budget for this type of program. So, for instance, one of the CAP coaching programs that we offer can be accessed for less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day at Starbucks. So it's very affordable. And so if cost is the reason that you've avoided subscribing to a great and effective coaching program, then you may want to look at our site, www.capequation.com, and go to the CAP coaching navigation button and research that. Or there's some other great programs out there as well, and if ours doesn't fit, we can recommend one. So that's one of the things I'd like you to do if that's the reason that you haven't accessed coaching program. By the way, all of our programs are hybrid programs at the CAP Equation, and what that means is there'll be group programs with your peers asking questions, with you asking questions live. It's all done teleseminar. All the sessions are recorded so you can listen to them over again. But also, even our entry program has an aspect of personal one-on-one coaching, so we can take a deep dive, and that gives you access to me as well. So we feel that's a great feature. But I do have to tell you that our programs are limited in size. We don't accept everyone in the program, and you may have to wait a few weeks or a month until we start another program. So what you want to do is go to our site, capequation.com, and potentially get on a advanced priority list. Just get your name in so we can get you into a program. So let's kind of wrap up now. The coffee break's almost over. It's almost time to go back to work. But as I was thinking about making this video lesson, putting it together, I thought about the times in my career over 3 decades when I had plateaued or even slid backwards just a little bit. Times when I was my least productive, my poorest performance. Those were always times, as I look back, that I was sealed off or blocked off to other people's input. That's the time when I blocked off upline mentors. I didn't really look for peer-to-peer mentorship. I certainly didn't have outside coaches that I was engaging. And my life's board of directors was dormant. So when I look back on those 3 decades of sales and sales leadership, and it was a very successful run for sure, but the times when I was really in what you would call a slump were times that I wasn't seeking these 4 types of coaching. So bottom line, we want you to seek out all 4 types of coaching. And when you think about it, it would be really hard for you to fail in your sales or sales leadership career if you had all these caring people advising you. So we don't want you to fail, we want you to succeed. If you're really open to coaching and these 4 types of coaching, the good news is your struggles are over. You just need to be open, and then you need to apply what you're learning from these great teachers. So I've had fun. Coffee break over. Time to get back to work. In fact, let's go sell something. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.